guys, Preacher 357 here. I'm out here on the range today for the first time in a while with a rifle that I picked up, well, nearly a month ago, I'd say. And just with the holidays and everything going on, really hadn't had much chance to shoot or film or do anything. The holidays and the traveling and inclement weather, a lot of rain on the weekends, and just had a bunch of snow here in the last few days. And then I've been under the weather. Haven't really felt good since Christmas. And I'm really just now starting to get my feet back under me. So as a result, I hadn't made many videos and hadn't been doing any shooting. But here I am out here on the range with the Henry Homesteader 9mm. Now I was really excited when I saw this gun hit the market. It's probably been a couple years ago. Of course, it took forever to actually see one in the shop, and I've seen a few now, but I just hadn't pulled the trigger, pun intended, until, last month when I finally decided I wanted to pick one up. And when it came out, to be honest, this is really, in a lot of ways, what I wanted the Ruger PC9 to be. I wanted the wood. I wanted the walnut. I wanted the look, because it's very pretty. I love wood and blued steel. There's just something special about it. And so when Henry announced this gun, I was overjoyed to get it. And so finally, I did pick one up. And I did a little bit of shooting with it right after I first got it. Ran quite a few rounds through it. I have not had a single malfunction with this gun yet. Now, maybe something different today. I ran a few hundred rounds through it, and I haven't cleaned it since either. So I guess we'll see if it gets a little bit dirty, if it affects the function or not. But maybe not. This gun has ran my hand loads even. And a lot of times, if you're going to have a gun that's finicky at all, it's not going to like hand loads. But it ran my hand loads like a champ. So I have a good feeling about it, put it that way. The gun is nice, looks really nice. The trigger on this gun is pretty good. I mean, that's not bad at all. It's not super heavy, but it is crisp. There's no creep to it, just a nice clean break. But according to my trigger gauge, it's breaking about 6 pounds. So that's a little heavy for a rifle, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all. From the shooting I was doing, I think it was shooting a little bit low. So I was holding up just a little bit when I first shot it to try to find the right spot. But these sights are adjustable. So I will probably make some adjustments on this at some point. So what is negative about this gun? What is it I don't like about the gun? Because there's a lot I do like about the gun. So you got your safety up here, which I don't use a lot, but it's there in case you want to use it. The bolt handle here is reversible. You can move it to the other side if you want to. I'm not going to bother with that. It didn't matter to me which side it's on. But the one thing I've got to say that I didn't like about the gun was the Henry magazines, the proprietary magazines that come with it. Now, you can buy models that have the adapter for Glocks, or I think for SIGs, or there may be some others you can buy. And but there's some of them that will come with the adapter. This one didn't. This one just comes with the original proprietary magazines. There's a 5-round and a 10-round. My biggest question is, why not give us a larger magazine? I mean, obviously, people are going to want a larger magazine. Now, I can understand if you put the 5-round in there, because maybe somebody's going to use it for hunting, and maybe you're limited in your capacity that you can hunt with in your state or whatever. But make some larger magazines available, at least. Because if you want the larger magazines, you're going to have to use the adapter for the Glock magazines or whatever. And I did buy that adapter, but I have not even got it out of the pack yet. Haven't installed it yet, so I'm just going to use the proprietary mags. And this is going to be a review of this gun with the Henry magazines. Personally, I don't like the way they load. You know, I like to use the Upalula loader when I load magazines, and those magazines, you almost can't use the Upalula. In fact, I was trying to use the Upalula to get the 10th round and the 5th round in those magazines, and I thought it was absolutely impossible. I thought that the 10-round magazine was really a 9, and the 5 was really a 4, because I didn't think you could get them in there. Even with the Upalula, I was trying it. It turns out if you don't use the Upalula and you just use a lot of force with your fingers, it'll go in. So the mags are really stiff. Now maybe they'll loosen up, but the mag loader, the Upalula mag loader, does not work well with them at all. So you pretty much have to load them by hand. It's not that bad. I mean, I've had magazines that were a lot worse to load by hand than that. So but that's really the long and the short of it. It's got a 16.37 inch barrel, I think, on it, but it really feels short. This gun feels really short, even shorter than the Ruger. Though the Ruger, I think, actually has a shorter barrel, a 6.12, I think. This really feels like a really compact, small rifle, almost like a little 22 or something, just a little fatter. But it's a handy little rifle, and thought I'd get out here and do a little bit of shooting with it. Just make sure it runs reliably like I expect it to, but I know in the beginning some reviewers had some issues with the reliability with this rifle, so but to be fair, they did with the Ruger too when it first came out. So not sure what else to say about it really. The wood looks nice, the checkering looks nice on it. I mean, it's a Henry, made in the United States. There's a lot of good things about this rifle. The magazines are not one. But I have a feeling when I get that Glock mag well put in and I'm able to use the larger magazines and use the Glock magazines, that I like this gun more, assuming it runs as reliably with those magazines as it does with the proprietary mags. But anyway, before we get to shooting, if you would check out the description, there's a link there for the Gun Owners of America, as well as for the Tennessee Firearms Association, where you can get in the fight for our gun rights. If you live in the great state of Tennessee like I do, I especially urge you to join our state gun rights organization, the TFA, which does a lot of work for you here in this state. Of course, I also support the GOA, the Gun Owners of America, and their fight on the national level. And there's also a link there for Weatherbeard Supply Company for some great beard care products. I've been using their stuff for over a year, even before I started promoting it on the channel. But if you buy from that link there, you'll get 10% off, and they'll even give me a little bit of the proceeds back to help me buy guns and ammo. So if you want to check out the description there, click on that link, and let's get over here and do a little bit of shooting. I've got them loaded up here. We'll start out with the 10-round magazine. And you got to release it real quick, or it sometimes doesn't want to feed in. You got to push it in. But if you ride it home any at all, it sometimes doesn't want to feed. That's just me. I didn't release it sharply enough there. All right, we'll do a little bit of shooting here. We'll start off with the red plates just like we always do, and we'll see what we can do with this rifle. There you can take a look at it with the mag in it. Not a bad looking gun. Let's do a little bit of shooting here. No, I'm not going to do a lot of shooting today. It feels good to be back out here on the range, I'll tell you that. All right. All right. There we go. Woo! She shoots pretty good. Shoots pretty good. The mag release is on the front here, which is, I don't know, nothing wrong with it. Just feels awkward the way you have to take it out to me. But what do I know? I'm just old country boy. What do I know? Let's go over here to the one at 35. I'll hit the cowboy a time or two. We ain't got but 5 shots here, so this ain't gonna take long. I think I missed that last one, didn't I? That was just me. That had nothing to do with the gun. My sights were not lined up and I missed. Get in a hurry, that happens. Even when you're shooting fast, you can't be in a hurry. Well, we won't use the up-lula. Just makes it harder. Load it with my fingers here. And these, they look like double stack mags, but I really don't know that they are. I guess they are staggered a little bit. But I could be a lot more impressed with these magazines than I am. That was the 9th round. Let's see if I can get this 10th round in here. You can see what I'm doing here. You gotta push. You gotta push real hard to get her in there. Really hard. If I hadn't told you already, I don't like these magazines. I'm looking forward to getting that mag well for the Glock magazines installed on this thing. Now I plan on making another video where you'll be able to see that. Was that 5? I think that was 5. All right, I'm gonna try the 5 rounder first. Well, I'm gonna drop it on the ground. Let me pick it up. Then we'll put it in the mag well here. And then I'm gonna go out here to the one at 100 yards. Surely I can hit this thing. Of course, there's so much white out there. It's hard to tell the snow from the gong out there. We'll shoot this at 100 yards. There we go. The first one I shot low, I believe. All right. That wasn't too hard. Let's try this one at 80 now. This 12-inch plate at 80 yards. A little bit harder to hit. I did okay with it the other day, but maybe now I've got a little bit better idea where to hold. Maybe. Well, I heard it once, but I don't think I heard it again. And I have no idea where I was going. I can't see out there. As wet as it is, it's not throwing up any dirt. But it seemed like when I hit it, I'd held a little bit lower than I thought I was going to have to. But I don't know. Never did get it again. I'm going to load up a few more here. And honestly, I'm not going to shoot as much in this video because I hate loading these magazines. So you're going to get less shooting because I don't like these magazines. Just so you know. If I like these magazines and I could use the up-lula, I'd probably shoot more than I'm going to. Because I'm going to shoot all right. These 2 more mags, and then I'm gonna call it quits. All in all, I like the gun. I do like the gun. The sights I'm gonna have to do a little bit of adjusting on. They're not bad off. They're not really hardly off at all. But well, I've got 4 in there, and I can't get the 5th one in. There it goes. All right. All right, I'm gonna try 5 more out there at 80 yards and see if I can just figure it out. Slow down a little bit. I was shooting too fast. Wasn't giving myself time to figure it out. There it was. Yeah. I think I got it twice that I could hear. But I'm just going to finish up over here. Just shoot a little bit and and just give you some final thoughts here. But I'm planning on doing another video, so you'll probably see this gun again. All right, cowboy. Oh, did I miss him? Well, I can't end on a miss, so I'm gonna load one more up and pop this cowboy real quick. Now then, if I can get the magazine out. There it goes. Well, there you go, guys. Ruger Homesteader 9mm carbine. I was shooting Blazer 115 today, not a single malfunction. Shot quite a few reloads the other day, not a single malfunction. I ain't had a bit of problem with it so far, other than I hate those magazines. But we're gonna see if we can do something about that. But guys, I appreciate you coming out. God bless you. Y'all take care of yourselves. We'll see you next time.